I've spent several days sitting at the piano, playing it and letting emotion run through my fingertips. For me, it is a great way to express emotion and write about what's on my mind. The beauty of music is that it has different meaning for every person. Whether you're happy or in need of something to hold on to, music is always there. But for 21-year-old James Ross, a rapper who also owns his own record label, music was rebelling against the expectations others had for him.
It's football, baseball, basketball, track. Anything dealing with sports, you played it. And the big goal for growing up in the community, the urban community I grew up in, even in the suburban community, is you always want your child to be a Miami Hurricane, growing up in that region, or Florida State Seminole, or like University of Florida Gators. You didn't know anything else. Like if you didn't make it in sports, you were seen as like, or you weren't good enough, or you weren't the best. So when I got to high school, my junior year, I tore all my meniscus, and it was weird for me because I couldn't play sports for a year. So a person that's been trained to just do, has to sit in a wheelchair and have a brace on his knee, and now he can't do anything that he loves.
At this time, James took his sad life on the bench and redefined new goals for himself.
I would ask my dad for money to go to the studio. That's $100 for 2 hours. $100 that could be going towards mortgage. So then when my mom asked for $100, imagine her husband saying, hey, I don't have it. Well, if you work every day, why don't you have the money? And then it's like, well, I gave it to James to go to the studio. So my mom saw it as we're doing something, not as a family, but it's like you're picking sides.
James finds his confidence in his faith and his ability to influence those around him.
That's the type of aura I want to present when especially talking about God and music, because without him, I don't know where would I be. I probably would have had my brains blown out because I was depressed at 17, didn't know what I was going to be. And just one day I went in front of a mic, and now I feel like I can be the greatest orator of the world using music.
He's also dedicated to giving a positive message to his audience.
Well, what am I telling you? I'm not telling you to grab your gun and smoke this and party hard. I'm telling you, go hustle, go get your grades up, be a great person, be a humanitarian. Like, I want to give people a blueprint, if you can say, of how to impact the world in a better way. I do music just because music changed my life in a way where God gave me a talent. He didn't say, you're going to be a rapper. I thought I was going to be a sports star. I thought I was going to be in the NBA, the NFL, like, yeah, rocking it out, have my own Jordan brand shoe. But no, I'm doing music now. He gave me a gift, he gave me a talent, and it's up to me to mature it and impact different people's lives.
Music can be a gift, but it can also be a savior. The latter is the story of Stephen Nardi, who found music in his most desperate moment.
I think it was the 5th grade. They let us try out different instruments, and I fell in love with violin. And so my grandparents actually bought me my first one. I was usually stuck in the second violin part, which is usually for the lesser kids, because I wasn't very good at first. But then by high school, I actually ended up in the chamber orchestra, which is the higher version, which was really fun.
During his time at Purdue, Stephen's journey took a dark turn.
I got super depressed about 2 years ago, to the point of actually almost killing myself. And it's still heartbreaking to think about it because it was such a dark time for me. The 2 years ago when it was happening, it just got worse and worse and worse, and like I stopped eating. Like I had no appetite at all. I was eating a Hot Pocket a day. That was all I was eating. And I actually dropped down to 130 pounds, and I looked like a stick. Like I looked bad, and I looked really sick. And I just remember one day going to class, and it was stage management class. And I'm just sitting there, and I had this breakdown where I just lost all emotion. I had no feeling whatsoever. I was just there. I was present, but not present at the same time. And my teacher's like, Steve, are you okay? Do you want to go home? And I didn't answer with words. I just shook my head. That's it. I needed someone because it was bad. I needed to know that someone was going to be there, because if they weren't there, then something bad was going to happen. When the moment came when I was actually going to do it, I actually had the knife to my wrist and I was about to do it, and I just had a breakdown. I started singing to myself, and that was actually how the first song I ever written was born, because I don't know, something in me, I was able to sing my emotions, and then I ended up writing a song. Nothing prepared me for this fight. I can't breathe with my lungs so tight. How can I fight back when I am nothing? I can't see with my eyes so blurred. Scream so loud I can't be heard. Maybe I'm just gone insane. Yeah. Ooh. Funny enough, I'm in Spring Awakening, which deals a lot with suicide and stuff like that. And I thought at first, I got kind of scared and nervous about it, because like, well, that's me, you know, like I was there, and I was afraid that it was going to be hard for me to see it every night. But at the same time, it's kind of, it's got both sides of the suicide spectrum. Like there's the person that actually goes through with it, and like that's heartbreaking. But then there's the person who is stopped because he holds on to the memories of his love and stuff like that. And I feel like I can relate to that person. And everyone's so talented, they enjoy the same things I do. So I hang out with my friends and we have jam sessions, you know, we write music together. We all play different instruments and sing. It's just, it's a great time. I love it.
Oh, well now they know, let it go, let it go.
I just know that I couldn't live without music. At all. Like I get that question, this is kind of a good one. I get that question, I don't know if you've ever been asked this question, but like would you rather lose your eyesight or your hearing? And like as much as I love saying things, I think I'd rather be blind than lose my hearing because I love music too much. Even like the sounds on the street at night, like I fall asleep to storms and stuff because it's like the music of nature and it calms me, you know?
Next time you listen to a song that makes you feel something, or next time you play music yourself, remember that the feelings you experience through music can help inspire, encourage, and save lives. For Fast Track, I'm Alex Coffman.